Konnichiwa, and welcome to Tsuki no Ame, where we try Japanese snacks and treats. Today we have three snacks to try, and this one's going to be a little bit interesting because I have no idea really what I'm getting into. So, in order to get the snacks for this show, I actually have to go to a variety of different suppliers, and most of the suppliers have been really pretty good about giving me a lot of information about the snacks so that I can, kind of know what's going on, what I'm going to be trying, and whatnot. But not always, and sometimes I just kind of have to try and muddle through as best I can. And today's going to be interesting because these are basically mysteries to me. In fact, I don't even know what this one's called, in part because while these two characters here look to me like hiragana, and I'm pretty sure that says don, I don't know these kanji. And when I tried to use a translator app on it, it couldn't pick up any of it to be able to translate, just the little foxy guy. Then we have what's called a cheese bakauke, and I have no idea what that is. I'm assuming it's cheese flavored because it does say cheese here. I can read katakana, uh, and so I can read that, but that is I have no idea what a bakauke is. Uh, and then we have what is apparently called a Boribori Garibori. And fun fact, when I tried to use the translator app to figure out what exactly that said, it couldn't pick up this at all. I do know that this bottom word here is ramen, so I think it's flavored broken ramen pieces, especially because on the back it says something about adding it to hot water. But what boribori means, I don't know. And what's kind of crazy is, so with hiragana and katakana, if you want to change a sound of something, you add these little dashes at the top. You can see it here. Here. You can see that here. That's something called the ten. Those little dashes. This character here has it too. And so what the ten does is it changes a K sound to a G sound, a T sound to a D sound, S to Z. But H has something kind of special because it has the ten. It changes the H to a B, but it also has like this tiny little circle. It kind of looks like the degree symbol, and that changes it from an H to a P. And when I tried to use the translator app, so it's super tiny. I don't know how well you can see that. There we go. It has the ten there, but the translator app insisted on translating it as a P, which I know is incorrect. So just a warning, those translator apps are wonderful and they can help so much, but they are certainly not infallible, especially when you're working with packaging. And so aside from the fact that this is some sort of ramen related thing and this is cheese flavored, I have no idea what I'm getting myself into aside from the packaging itself. So with that in mind, let's get started. Itadakimasu! So we're going to start with the one with the little fox guy on it. And it seems like it's these little cracker things. Oh, wait, no. My apologies. This is not the one that said something about hot water. This one is. You can see how this gets very confusing very, very fast. I'm going to pull out the handy dandy scissors. I'm already going myself into too much. I am not messing with the packaging today. Well, it smells kind of, that savory umami type of flavor. And it's just all these little pieces. It makes me think, I don't know, it kind of looks like a fried piece of ramen that's been allowed to harden. I don't know, kind of weird. Honestly, that's what it tastes like, is like they cooked ramen and then turned that ramen noodle into a cracker. It doesn't have a lot of flavoring to it, just the taste of that noodle itself. It's not bad per se, but not particularly flavorful. I mean, I wouldn't say no to it, but I'm certainly not going to actively seek it out. Whereas, some other things we've had on the channel before, if I could, I would absolutely try other flavors. That might be one I don't. So I also have to call out, just because this is one of the few things from the supplier that has arrived broken, and even then, you can see how much this cracker has stayed intact. It's mostly just a little bit at the bottom, despite how far it has to ship. I'm very impressed. Okay. So I was kind of thinking this might be a rice cracker, and it looks to me, just from holding it in my hand and looking at it, it looks like it really is a rice cracker. So I'm guessing that this is going to be the cheese flavored rice cracker, and I don't know, could be good. Here's hoping. I would be willing to try a Bakauke again, but I will not be getting the cheese flavor, because it's very much a rice cracker where it has kind of that soy sauce coating to it, but then it also has the cheese layered on top of that, and I don't know, those two flavors just don't really mix well for me. The cheese seems a bit more on the Kraft macaroni side of cheese, and fortunately there's not a lot of that on there. Texturally, it's a very nice rice cracker. It looks like it's really pretty lovely, to be honest. I think another flavor would be much preferable to the cheese. I think the cheese kind of, I hate to say this because I love cheese, but I feel like the cheese kind of ruins the rice cracker, unfortunately. So then now we have the Boribori Garibori, and again, that's what handy dandy scissors are for. Okay. So this looks like they took a similar approach to the first one, but a little different. It seems to me like the first one cooked the ramen and then turned it into crackers. And this one looks to me like they decided to not cook the ramen before turning it into a cracker. And I think that's fairly accurate. It's firmer. That one crunches a lot easier, has kind of a smoother bite to it. This was a lot more crunchy and crispy. It seems to have a bit more flavor to it. I kind of like it. It's not too bad. I just wish I knew what it was. All right. Gochisowa-sama. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Again, we kind of had a bit of an adventure today with the unknown noodle dish inspired foxy snack, the cheese bakauke rice cracker, and this Boribori Garibori. And yeah, no, kind of interesting. Always a bit of an adventure when you're trying things from another country where you might not be able to read the packaging. I certainly can't read the packaging, not super well, but still fun to try nonetheless. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you like my shirt, the link for that is down in the description below. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Johnny!